He did the same thing in my case. I recused him. He was functus official. I asked him to recuse himself. Why did the chief judge not insist I must hear it? He left my case.
Okay, listen. If anybody is not happy with the case, which is you, then you need to go and appeal.
No, I cannot. Because I have a court order. I have a court order. You have recused yourself. I have a court order. Anybody who disagrees with this order of court, go to appeal court. That's what you tell me all the time. You are functus official. You cannot preside over this case number again. Not in this life. You cannot. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. A woman here cannot force this court to preside on my case. You cannot. Not today, not till forever. You are recused and you stand recused. Tell the chief judge, Nnamdi Kanu said, go on appeal. I recused him from my case. The state recused Justice Adema from my case. I did not insist Adema must hear my case. I never insisted. So why must you insist to hear my case? I don't want you in my case. I don't need you in my case. You are biased. You are biased. You cannot be in my case. A woman should do the right thing. A chairman of the board of directors possibility of receiving propriety. Nowhere in the world is such nonsense law. You cannot be hobnobbing with lawyers, hobnobbing with justices, and you're proceeding a case. It's shameful. Absolutely shameful. Shameful. This is not a court of law. This is a shrine to injustice. And I will not subject myself to it. You stand recused and you must take my case. You cannot write me. This man is not paying attention. There is an order of recusal, and he's a senior advocate for goodness sake. There's an order of recusal. Is that not the rule of law? The law says if you disagree with this, you go and appeal. You are a grown-up man. Because of 300 million, you're behaving like a child. Go and appeal. Because of money. Because of money they're paying you from ATF surface, you are here standing and smoking evil. Because of money. A grown-up man like you. You say you have to want to behave like a man of honor. The rule of law says you go and appeal. His Lordship Peter, you will not try my case. Not on this planet Earth, I'm telling you that now. So stop wasting your time.
So that paradise, as I said, is view of the past that the defendant has indicated that he will not make a formal application. I apply that the Lordship was a safety day for hearing.
You are not well. You are not well. I'm telling you, this is an order of court. An order of court says Justice Binta Nyako is recused. An order of court. Order she made as an order. The same Chief Justice writing the stupid memo he's writing. I recused him. He was functus official. He sat on appeal. I took him to NJC. I recused him. Why did he not say I must sit on the case? Why in the case of his lordship is he insisting? He wants to embarrass her. He wants to embarrass your lordship by asking her to come and sit on this case. Is that what you're saying? There's an order of give it to him. He doesn't have it. Give him an order of court. It's an order of court. Give it to him. He doesn't have it. An order. Give it. He doesn't have it. It's an order of court. It's an order of court.
I ask your permission to address you.
I like it.
But let me tell the defendant that in everything life, there's need for wisdom. And wisdom is very important in this matter.
And tell him lies.
It is not right for you to be insulting the teacher and insulting.
If you insult yourself, I will insult you. If you have no respect for yourself, I will insult you. Because people are telling the law, when it comes to Nnamdi Kanu, you turn the law upside down. The law says one thing. If the law says this paper is white, when I go to court, they say it's black. When I say it's black, they say it's white. Is that law? I'm asking you, a senior advocate of Nigeria, is that law? Is the memo from Chief Judge, is memo from Chief Judge sufficient to set aside and a court order? The answer is no. Why do you want to change the law in my own case? His Lordship, Justice Binta Nyako, stand recused in my case. Cannot try me. Why don't you get it? Give me your definite for trial so you can do your mathematics you always do. People without shame. I have here before me for the benefit of Chief Awomolo because it seems he doesn't know the law. So I will tell him. This is national judicial policy of this country. Please give them a copy each. National judicial policy of Nigeria. National judicial policy. I will tell you what it says. Because you don't know, I will tell you. Talking about memo from the Chief Judge of the High Court. Judicial Policy of Nigeria, 1C. I'm reading it. Robert. In the performance of judicial functions, the judge is subject only to the law and must only consider the law. The rule of law in every common law jurisdiction in the world is that once an order of court is entered, the only way to set it aside is by going on appeal. That's the rule of law. You're a senior advocate, you don't know. I will go to see. A judge must not take or attempt to take orders or instructions of any kind from anyone, even the chief judge, from anybody that may influence his decisions in the performance of judicial function. It means that his lordship, having entered an order of court, a decision between myself and her. Binta said today, for the simple reason that she has no jurisdiction to try me. None whatsoever. I came out of courtesy and respect. She stands recused from my case and cannot try my case. There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not know. It is my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you today. Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I sent a petition to NJC. I don't want to talk about it. Justice Binta Nyako is using her position for personal gain. For personal gain. Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges. And they told them that if they convict me, this is what happens. You can see it. They don't want the truth to come out. Nobody wants the truth to come out. Nobody wants the truth to come out. Nobody wants the truth to come out in Nigeria. That's the problem. Listen, this is the laws of Nigeria. The prosecution and this court doesn't know the law. That is the fact.
Yes.
Poor knowledge of the law is killing Nigeria. Poor knowledge of the law, they don't know the law. This is a federal gazetted law of Nigeria that says here that the chief judge of Nigeria cannot tell Binta Nyako what to do. It's here. It's your law. Just obey it. That is why I do what I do. I agitate for Biafra. I agitate for Biafra by right to agitate. My right. They turned it from treasonable felony now to terrorism. Stop talking when I'm talking.
What happened this morning is uncalled for.
Go ahead.
Actually, what happened this morning is actually uncalled for. You can see how the defendant, Nnamdi, decided to represent himself. He asked the lawyers with the legal team that we should stop, that he wants to speak. Because Nnamdi is feeling that Nigeria is not fair to him. He's just a human rights activist agitating for self-determination with reasons. And one expected the federal government to address all those reasons that gave rise to this agitation. Of course, we also discover that some other persons that are having this similar issue with Nnamdi. I'm talking about the offense of terrorism, Showore from the west, the president of Mieti Allah Kato from the north, Sondibo. Their own has been settled. Why is Nnamdi still in the detention? And the people are saying that it's because he's an Igbo. Buhari did it because he's the president. Now Tinubu has come from the west. And this is not good for this country in any way. So we feel that there is still a room for them to withdraw these charges and so that we have peace. Of course, you now discover that the Court of Appeal, non-Court of Appeal is sitting in the whole of Southeast. The judges, the federal judges in the Southeast, judges of National Industrial Court, Federal High Court, Court of Appeal, they are not sitting because of the threats given by some persons saying that there is no justice in this country. So you can see how what Nnamdi is saying. I tried, though as a lawyer, is uncalled for, but I try to see his feelings.
Now, we saw your client use so many unquotable names.
Yes, of course, which I did not consent to. Of course, because what we are, as a lawyer, we have our rules of ethics. And you discover that when we are trying to calm him down, he said that we should sit down and walk away, that we should not represent him again.
So he decided. So he's not a lawyer. So, and I think the judge and the federal government understand, because many people have applied to the federal government. They are fair. Many other persons have applied, has begged the federal government, please use political means to resolve this particular matter. Release Nnamdi Kanu so that we have peace. So, and now the judge, on the issue of the judge recusing herself, there is a subsisting court order. That's what Nnamdi Kanu said. One expected the judge to first of all set aside that order. I don't say you give the order, you have the right to set aside the order. And even that to set aside the order, you to have now give way for you to have the decision into the matter. Thank you and God bless you.
So does it mean now you no longer represent?
Except he called us and asked us to continue. From what is in the court now, he has, maybe because of today's proceedings, are you going to say, because I have a letter he gave me and that letter has not been withdrawn. So if he wrote to me and asked me, I will withdraw. It's my pleasure.
Your name or
Maxwell Opera is my name.
How do you react to today's proceedings? We've seen that the case could not even go on as planned, and now she has adjourned the case sine die. What's the way forward?
Well, there's no way this case could have gone on anywhere, because in the first place, the court had lost jurisdiction to sit over this case since September last year. So we came here today on a limited appearance. We appeared under protest out of utmost respect for the judge and for the court, to listen to the court as to the reasons why we were invited before the same court that was recused in September last year. Nigerian public needs to understand the nature of a recusal. A recusal comes as a court order, and even non-lawyers are aware that once an order of court is made, the only way you can set it aside is to take it on appeal. Nobody appealed this order. The order is extant and subsisting, is still valid, and we were invited today to be informed about some memo from the chief judge that we don't even have a copy of the memo. So our submission on the record is that the court stands recused until that order is set aside.
Now, sir, the judge, Justice Bishop Yako has adjourned this case sine die. What is the implication for you?
Well, sine die is a word of art for indefinite adjournment. So she had no business, the court, like I said before, even having the case before her today. So adjourning it, sine die or not, really, it doesn't apply. But remember that we had requested this adjournment sine die last year, but it wasn't granted.
So
but now, well, it's up to the judiciary and the federal government. We are not the prosecutor, we are the defense. You throw the ball to us and we catch the ball. We cannot reinstitute the case. Let them do the right thing. Our client recused the judge, and the judge consented to the recusal through a court order. So we await the day that this case will be recalendared before a new judge to try it. We're not afraid of trial, but we're afraid of injustice.
And aren't you scared that it might come back to her again? What if it's brought back to her court?
Well, under the Constitution, it shall be resisted. It will be unconstitutional to have the same judge who stands recused to recalendar the same case and try it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.